Suncoast schools reopened today after being closed for more than a week, both before and after Hurricane Irma, and it has taken some very long hours by employees to get the buildings ready again for students. Sarasota County employees Kurt and Jackie Weaver are two of the people who helped make that happen. Welcome. Thank you for, it was like arm twisting to get you to come on the show today and talk about your heroic efforts that everyone is talking about at the school district. So first, you're both head custodians in Sarasota County School District. How long have you been married?
Too many years and too many years. Actually 33.
33 years. And how long have you been at the school district?
Jackie's been with the district 20 years and I've been with the district 28 years.
Wow. And so I heard that after the storm, we'll talk about what you did during the storm in just a minute, but after the storm, you worked like 48 hours non-stop to clean up. Tell us about that.
Well, we started actually Thursday night staging the schools. Special needs shelters opened up first, which is where I was with at Tatum Ridge.
Yep.
So we started prepping Thursday night. And then going into Friday is when we opened up the shelters. And everything was smooth at the beginning. And as it progressed on, of course, more and more people, and then everybody knew the size of the storm. And everybody else said, is it coming? Is it not coming? Based on what area it was going to hit in the community or not,
right.
Was the amount of people coming. And it actually turned out to be, I heard the number 780 or 800 people at Tatum.
And you, Kurt, actually went out into the hurricane when it was at its worst to get a generator working for that special needs shelter so that people could stay alive.
What happened was the generator fired up and then it went right back down, which is common with generators because they sit a lot of times, and then the second time, generally when it fires up and runs, it usually runs smooth. It went back down because the shutters would not stay open, and the shutters are very important because it gives airflow for the huge generator, a diesel engine. Wow. And I was very blessed because in my time in the younger years, I was in the United States Army, and my field was diesel engines.
So you knew how what was wrong with it.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
And then we had 3 other gentlemen that worked with me, and between the four of us, between the 4 of us, we did go out into the storm. I counted probably about 9 times to keep the power up because we were special needs, and because the patients and the residents there needed oxygen, it was very important to keep it running.
That's amazing.
Oh my God.
But we had a great team.
Weren't you
That's what I was
nervous?
told, yes.
I mean,
No,
but
I think,
because I get their lives are in danger, but at what point did you say, hey, I have to put my life in danger to protect theirs?
I just think what happens is once I realized, because I was the main contact for the facility, and it was challenging, everything that was going on, but once I knew there was a great team of people, no titles, everybody just jumped in and did what they had to do. It was so cool. Once I knew they had my back, I could focus on what was needed to be done, the high priority things. And I think what happens with anybody is your body takes over. You don't really focus and look at those type of things. Yes, we were aware that it's not a good thing for us to be out in the elements during the storm, but the top priority was making sure that everybody got out of there the next day so they could go see the sun come up, the sun go down.
Exactly. Tell us about what the rest of last week was like, because I think, we were all overwhelmed by our own homes. You've got all these different schools and places that you need to be in charge of. What type of cleanup were you doing last week?
Well, we got 120 custodians throughout the district and actually put several people at each school to clean them up based on the needs. Brookside took a lot of time because there was a lot of dogs and cats at Brookside, so it took a lot of time, as well as Tatum because of the special needs.
Right.
We actually just wrapped up the last of the schoolwork for the kids to come back today, yesterday at 5 o'clock.
Oh, wow. So
So
you guys
you had your granddaughter with you too. I know you were at the shelter as well. And
how cute she is.
Tell me about your granddaughter.
Quilly picked out her hurricane dress. And that is what she wore. She had to wear that on the hurricane day.
That's cute. But that's just something else for you to worry about. You were trying to keep a child safe and happy.
And this is her. What you just recently adopted her, correct?
Oh, did she go to the shelter with you?
Yes, she did. and we just had a very long
She calls Tatum Ridge her motel.
She wanted to spend another night at the hotel.
Well, thank you so much for
Yes,
what you
thank
did
you,
and
guys.
for working nonstop to get schools back up and running again. You must be exhausted.
Oh, I bet you are.
But thank
Feel
you.
better now.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
And I'd like to say one of the important things was the sheriff's department. When a generator was down, we had people on the second floor. They hand carried patients down or people in a shelter
Yes,
to the
we showed a
cafeteria, and I
picture
think
of
that's
that.
very important to get recognized for the service they did.
Absolutely. Everybody coming together, an absolute huge help.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
thank you to everybody. All right, coming up next, we're going to look at some of the questions you asked us here at ABC 7 during the storm. Stay with us.